Welcome to Farming Aid.
When we think about famous cattle breeds, names like Angus, Hereford, or Charolais usually steal the spotlight. They're the ones most people recognize, the ones that dominate advertisements and premium beef markets. But hidden in the background, there's another breed that has quietly served farmers for centuries, proving its worth again and again without ever demanding attention. That breed is the Sussex. Strong, adaptable, and incredibly dependable, the Sussex has often been overlooked, yet its hidden potential might just make it one of the most valuable breeds for the future of farming. In this video, we'll uncover the story of the Sussex cattle, the unsung hero of the livestock world, and explore why this breed deserves a lot more recognition than it gets. To truly understand the Sussex breed, one must start by appreciating where they came from. Their origins stretch back to the ancient county of Sussex in England, a region known for its rolling hills, fertile pastures, and challenging landscapes. It was here, centuries ago, that farmers began to shape a breed of cattle strong enough to endure heavy work in the fields, resilient enough to handle unpredictable weather, and valuable enough to support both meat and draft purposes. Long before tractors or modern machinery, Sussex cattle were the engines of English farms, pulling plows and wagons, working tirelessly in roles that demanded both strength and endurance. That early purpose built a foundation of hardiness and reliability that still defines the breed today. For centuries, the Sussex was prized more as a draft animal than as a beef producer. Their muscular frames and calm temperaments made them ideal for farm labor, and in many ways, their meat quality was secondary to their utility. But as the agricultural revolution progressed, and mechanization reduced the need for oxen, Sussex cattle began to find a new role. Instead of pulling plows, they were raised for the beef market, where their well-marbled meat, deep red coats, and adaptability became more appreciated. This transition was not without its challenges. Competing against already established beef breeds was never easy, but the Sussex gradually carved out a place, especially among farmers who valued their resilience and efficiency. One of the most compelling qualities of Sussex cattle is their ability to thrive in a wide variety of environments. Unlike breeds that need pampering or special care to perform well, Sussex adapt remarkably to local conditions. They are as comfortable grazing the lush pastures of southern England as they are navigating the harsher grasslands of Africa. In fact, Sussex cattle were introduced to South Africa in the early 20th century and quickly became one of the country's most reliable beef breeds. Farmers there discovered that Sussex could handle the heat, resist local diseases better than some imported European breeds, and still deliver consistent growth and carcass quality. That kind of adaptability is rare, and it has allowed the breed to spread quietly across continents, building a loyal following among cattlemen who appreciate dependability over flashiness. Their meat is another hidden strength that deserves recognition. Sussex beef is renowned for its tenderness, juiciness, and fine texture. The marbling may not be as famous as Angus, but it is still highly respectable, producing a flavorful eating experience that satisfies consumers without being overly fatty. What makes Sussex beef particularly interesting is the balance. It provides enough marbling for taste while maintaining a lean quality that appeals to health-conscious markets. In a world where consumers are increasingly demanding both quality and sustainability, Sussex beef offers an attractive middle ground. Yet, because the breed doesn't have the same marketing machine behind it as Angus or Wagyu, its qualities often remain underappreciated outside of the farming community. Another area where Sussex shine is their fertility and mothering ability. These cattle are known for calving ease, strong maternal instincts, and the ability to raise healthy calves without requiring constant intervention. For farmers, that translates into fewer complications, lower veterinary costs, and more time focusing on herd management rather than crisis management. A Sussex cow tends to be protective yet calm, striking that perfect balance between vigilance and manageability. And because they are efficient grazers, they can raise calves successfully even in environments where forage quality is less than ideal. For small to medium-scale farmers, these are not just convenient traits, they are vital to profitability and sustainability. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, the Sussex breed embodies many of the qualities modern agriculture is striving toward. They are hardy, low maintenance, efficient in converting forage into meat, and naturally adaptable to diverse climates. At a time when the cattle industry faces increasing pressure to reduce environmental impact and improve efficiency, breeds like Sussex offer a practical solution. They may not produce the absolute heaviest carcasses, but they deliver consistent performance with less input, which in the long run can be more sustainable. This is especially relevant in developing countries, where resources are often limited, and resilience is more valuable than sheer output. Despite all these strengths, Sussex cattle remain overshadowed. Why is that? Much of it comes down to branding and perception. Angus, for example, has built a global brand that consumers recognize instantly. Hereford has a long-established identity tied to reliability and tradition. But Sussex has never had that same global marketing push. Instead, it has relied on the quiet testimonies of farmers who work with them, building a reputation not in flashy advertisements but in the trust of people who depend on their herds every day. This lack of marketing is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it has kept the breed under the radar. On the other, it has allowed Sussex to develop without being over-commercialized, maintaining the practical traits that make them such valuable all-rounders. In recent years, there has been a quiet resurgence of interest in heritage and underappreciated breeds. As consumers demand more transparency about where their food comes from and how it is raised, breeds like Sussex are getting a second look. Farmers and butchers who specialize in high-quality, locally produced beef are finding that Sussex cattle fit perfectly into this narrative. They represent authenticity, tradition, and sustainability, all qualities that resonate with modern consumers. Moreover, in regions where industrial farming is not feasible or sustainable, Sussex cattle can provide a reliable alternative, offering communities a way to sustain themselves with strong, dependable animals that require fewer external inputs. The story of Sussex cattle is also a reminder of the importance of genetic diversity in livestock. In a world where a handful of breeds dominate the market, the risk of narrowing the genetic pool is real. This can lead to vulnerabilities in disease resistance, fertility, and adaptability. By supporting breeds like Sussex, farmers are helping preserve valuable traits that may prove essential in the future. Climate change, shifting market demands, and emerging diseases will all test the resilience of global agriculture. Breeds that can adapt, survive, and continue to perform in these changing conditions are not just useful, they are necessary. The Sussex, with its proven record of adaptability, may very well be one of the keys to navigating these challenges. Of course, no breed is without its limitations. The Sussex may not grow as rapidly as some continental European breeds like Limousin or Charolais, and their carcass weights might not always compete with the heaviest beef breeds. But these differences should be seen in context. Faster growth often comes with higher feed requirements and less adaptability to marginal conditions. Heavier carcasses might mean more beef per animal but can also demand more intensive management and infrastructure. What the Sussex offers is balance. They might not win in every single category, but when you add up fertility, adaptability, meat quality, maternal ability, and sustainability, they come out ahead as one of the most well-rounded breeds available. For many farmers, especially those working outside the industrial beef machine, that balance is more valuable than extremes. A herd of Sussex cattle represents predictability and peace of mind. They are not divas in the pasture. They do not demand constant special care. Instead, they quietly do their job, season after season, rewarding the farmer with healthy calves, solid beef, and a manageable herd. That reliability is precisely why they deserve the title of unsung hero. As the agricultural landscape continues to evolve, the hidden potential of Sussex cattle may soon become more visible. With rising interest in sustainable practices, regenerative grazing, and locally branded beef, Sussex cattle are uniquely positioned to meet those demands. Imagine farmers promoting beef not just as Angus or Wagyu but as Sussex, celebrating the breed's heritage, its adaptability, and its contribution to sustainable farming. With the right storytelling, Sussex beef could carve out its own niche in the premium market, not by copying the Angus model but by offering something different: authenticity and resilience. It is also worth considering how Sussex genetics could be used in crossbreeding programs. Many farmers already recognize the value of hybrid vigor, combining the best traits of multiple breeds to create cattle that outperform either parent. Sussex cattle, with their fertility, adaptability, and strong maternal qualities, bring a lot to the table in crossbreeding strategies. Whether paired with faster-growing continental breeds or with other hardy British lines, Sussex genes can enhance overall herd performance while maintaining resilience. That hidden potential has not yet been fully realized, but as global agriculture adapts to new realities, it may become a powerful tool. Ultimately, the Sussex story is not just about cattle. It is about the broader lessons of agriculture. Too often, attention gets focused on a few star performers, while equally valuable players remain in the shadows. By rediscovering the strengths of underappreciated breeds like Sussex, farmers and consumers alike can unlock new opportunities for sustainability, resilience, and diversity. The Sussex is not just a relic of England's farming past. It is a breed with a future, a breed that continues to prove its worth quietly, steadfastly, away from the limelight. The Sussex may not have the global fame of Angus or the luxury branding of Wagyu, but its value is undeniable. From its history as a hardworking draft animal to its reputation today as a resilient, adaptable beef breed, the Sussex has quietly proven itself across centuries and continents. It thrives where others struggle, it raises calves with ease, and it delivers beef that balances flavor with sustainability. In many ways, it represents the kind of cattle farming the future needs: practical, efficient, and resilient. So maybe it's time we shine the spotlight on this overlooked breed. The Sussex is more than just a part of farming history, it's a breed with real potential for tomorrow's agriculture. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden strengths of Sussex cattle, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Sussex deserve more recognition in the cattle world? Let's start the conversation.